Okay, so they want me to tell y'all about the Amazon that I worked at. The address is, it says Spokane, Washington, but it's like, it was like 10 minutes from Copper Landing in Airway Heights, Washington. Okay, it's on Geiger Boulevard in Spokane, Washington, is what the address is. Okay, so I'm coming to tell y'all about them because there were people, managers, management, and they had employees in there that participated in the organized crime. All right, there was a few guys, a few girls, there were leads, supervisors, and even the plant manager, which I think his name was James. I'm trying to remember the other supervisor's name. One of them was named Joe. I can't remember his last name. The other one was named Steven. I can't remember his last name, but it was like a funny last name. I know what all of them looked like. There were some other managers and some workers that participated in organized crime. So the managers, there was people in HR as well who participated. So there were managers there that discriminated against me, that harassed me, okay, that just made it harder for me to work. It was one point where I was being harassed because like when I had to stay up all night. So I was drinking a lot of coffee. And the coffee would make me have to go to the bathroom and do number 2. All right, so I would be, I'd go to the bathroom and goddamn relieve myself. And, they started complaining about that. They made me go to the doctor and get a note about it. Didn't say nothing to nobody else. They would allow some employees to like wear their headphones and listen to their music. But then when I went up in there and tried to do it, they would come holler at me and say something to me about it. Then I figured out a way to get around it. I found some a headband with headphones in it, so I would wear that, and that's how I got my music on. But like even the in the clinic, there were people that discriminated against me because I had to go to the clinic. Got to a point where like my hands, because I have arthritis and carpal tunnel and tendonitis. Okay, and it's been getting a lot worse now too, but then I was, working, packing that stuff every night was taking a toll on my hands. So, they started hurting like every couple hours they would be hurting. So every couple hours I would go to the motherfucking clinic to get my goddamn hands treated. So then they started saying stuff about that. They was getting mad because I was, off the floor a lot because my hands was fucking hurting. All right. They wrongfully terminated me. I can't remember everybody's names. Those are the names that I remember. James, he was like the manager or something. I know what everybody looked like. So if y'all pull up a picture of everybody that was working, I was working the overnight shift. I think I started like November. It was before Thanksgiving, November something. To like January something. But if y'all pull up the people, like it was people that were actually paid to come in and come work at Amazon just so they could stalk me and harass me. It was one point where they had the leads. They would like when I was going to the bathroom, every time I come out the bathroom, I see one of them walking past me and shit. That was a form of gang stalking that they was doing. So every time I left off the line, they was coming to follow me around. I submitted several complaints about it. They wouldn't allow me to move from the position that I was in. When I tried to go to another position, they kept denying me. There was a whole lot of heavy discrimination, a whole lot of retaliation because I was reporting, and a whole lot of harassment going on at the Amazon in Spokane, Washington / Airway Heights. It's 10 minutes from Copper Landing. It's on Geiger Boulevard. I think it's 10010 or something like that, but it's on Geiger Boulevard. What else? That's the gist of it. They was just harassing me. Every time I reported something, they ignored my reports. because it was all a part of their plan. There was this married dude there that like they were trying to trigger me too. Some of them were trying to trigger me with what they was doing to me. They was trying to trigger me into flipping out. Okay, so it was a dude there that like, cause I don't be studying nobody. You know what I'm saying? The dude, he used to just be always looking at me and shit. Then he finally said something one day. All right, then we started, having a little conversation. He'll come over there and sit down and have lunch with me and stuff like sometimes, but then sometimes he won't. It didn't bother me because, I wasn't looking for nothing like that. But what did fuck with me was the fact that, like, we would be talking and shit, having a little conversation and shit, a little work relationship. And, he wasn't wearing his ring, and I thought I had seen the ring on his finger one day. But then after that day, I didn't see it no more. So I was like, is he married or is he not? But I didn't ask because, I won't thinking about it. But it was him and another dude. The other dude had dreads. He was skinny. He was talking to a white girl. And this particular dude, I can't even remember his fucking name, but I know what his face looked like. He wore glasses, and he had dreads too. But and he was skinny too, but he was light skinned. But they came and like I was eating my lunch, cause I always move around by myself. I eat by myself. I just do everything by myself because that was just me. I wasn't there to make no friends. I was there to make money. And so they came and they sat in front of me one day. And he was on the phone. The dude that had been trying to talk to me was on the phone. And he was on the phone with his wife. So he was like throwing it in my face, rubbing it in my face. And I guess he was trying to get a reaction. I was just looking like, y'all niggas is like kids. Like, are y'all really? This is really what we doing, bro? You could just say you had a wife. You not even that cute, first of all. Second of all, I am a little bit in heat, but, I ain't getting ready to just be jumping on anybody. And I don't fuck with niggas with wives and girlfriends because I'm not nobody's option. But, yeah, they was really trying to get up under my skin. And then when, it just got real bad, I tried to go and tell the clinic and stuff about it, and I got to work, and I was like, I just don't feel safe, going to work because, I don't feel safe going to work. Like, I feel like people are harassing me, and I'm being retaliated against. Ain't nobody doing nothing about it. But if I go down there and slap everybody that's fucking with me, y'all gonna think I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? So then I know that they turned my words into something else, so then they fired me, which it was a wrongful termination because I had I had made several complaints about what was going on, and they repeatedly ignored me. And a person can only take so much. But then I didn't know that I needed to call the line, to get a therapist on the phone, like, hey, this is what's going on. And then have the therapist take me out of work, and then I could have got my disability and stuff. But I learned from that experience. That experience helped me maneuver through Wolf Speed's experience, because the same thing happened at each one. It's just that Wolf Speed, it was a little worse because it was a girl in there. I can't even remember her name, but I know what she looked like. She started saying stuff. These people, they would just walk around and look, you know what I'm saying, and stare and follow me around and shit. At Wolf Speed, it was one girl in there. She was actually saying stuff, like trying to get me out of character. And I'm like, bitch, I'm just here to make my money. I really will whoop your ass, but I'm grown now. Like, I don't feel like I gotta put my hands on nobody, and I ain't trying to go to jail, because every time when I used to get mad and blow up and shit, when I didn't have control of my emotions and I used to just flip out and whoop people's ass, I always end up on Sanchez in the county, in the can, okay? I ain't going back to jail, period. So, those situations really helped me learn how to control my emotions. You know, I've become solution based now. Instead of, I don't want conflict, I just want to, what's the solution? But yeah, that I just wanted to get on here and tell y'all about the Amazon. Is I consider it in Airway Heights, Washington, but the address says Spokane, Washington, and it's on Geiger Boulevard. It's right down the road from Copper Landing Light. If you leave out of Copper Landing and you turn to the right at that last stop sign, not the apartment complex. So apartment complex, you're gonna turn right. When you get to that stop sign at the end, where you see the store down here on the left, you're gonna turn right. You're gonna go to that light right there where Cal Cars is on the right, and the little store right there is on the left. You're gonna see the value grocery store in front of you. You're gonna go straight, and you're gonna go all the way down that road. And when you get to the end of that road, you're gonna make a left, and there go Amazon. Okay, that's the one I used to work at. But that was all a part of the organized crime. That was a setup. Okay, they were trying to get a reaction out of me, which they did not. But I did get wrongfully terminated. I was discriminated against multiple times. I was retaliated against multiple times. And I was harassed multiple times. Like I said, I don't remember everyone's names, but I remember James. He was like the manager. Joe, he was like up under him and up over the supervisors. And then Steven, he was right up there. He was up under Joe. Okay, and then they had little supervisors up under him, and it was like 2 or 3 of them supervisors that was fucking with me. And then they had certain employees that was fucking with me too. Okay, and I had started taking pictures of some of them. But if y'all put the people that I started work with and the people that worked on my shift in my department, I can tell y'all and show y'all who participated in the organized crime. So that was on my heart tonight. They told me to come tell y'all about that. So that's it.